¿Qué pasó, primates? Y bienvenidos a mi primer blog. Soy Shane el Escéptico y hoy estoy en la ciudad de Guatemala. Mira. Esta ciudad es loco. So, I told myself, it was like 3.5 weeks ago, that I was going to start learning Spanish. And I picked a very interesting way to go about learning it. What I did was I bought a plane ticket to Guatemala. Yeah, 3.5 weeks away at that time. And that way, I needed to learn Spanish. So anytime I started studying, anytime I started learning it, when I start getting fatigued or I start getting bored, instead of being lazy and quitting, I would think like, no, I'm really gonna need to learn this. I really need to get this down. And so I pressured myself into learning it more. And I was practicing for, if we're counting audio lessons, just listening, because I listen while I work, then I've been practicing for at least 5 hours a day for the past 3 weeks. So I've really been doing pretty good. He estado solo aprendiendo español por 3 semanas, pero, I think most people that know me are really impressed. Honestly, most people that I know have been telling me they're really impressed with the rate at which I'm learning it. And I think that, it's not really, I think I'm only learning it because of the methods that I'm using being so unique. So pretty soon I want to actually start specifying what those methods are and maybe attempting to popularize them, make them available to other people who are interested in learning another language. But yeah, I've been here for less than 24 hours so far. I landed here last night, and I gotta say, man, I'm loving it. Hustle game is crazy out here. These guys. Let me tell you how aggressive these fucking guys are, man. So earlier, I saw what I thought was a carjacking because it was 3 guys rushing a car, like super quick, ran up to it. Were just so aggressive. 3 guys, I was like, oh shit, I'm about to watch a carjacking happen. Actually, it turned out they were just vendors doing what they do. They're actually like that fucking serious out here. And you gotta empathize for them. That's how they get their money. That's what they're doing. There's an effect that it has that people don't like, but they're working. They're trying to do some honest work and get paid. So I respect them for it. I might not appreciate it if they do that to me, being realistic, but I empathize for it, even if I don't like it when it happens to me. I empathize for the cause of it, really. I have to say, and while I am excited to go to the more touristy areas of Guatemala, I'm glad that I started off in the city. I'm glad that I started off walking the streets here, seeing people, and witnessing the way people live. And I'll talk more about that in future vlogs. I'm gonna start doing vlogs now. It's gonna be a thing. But it's really crazy. It is really crazy just walking around and experiencing another country for the first time. But also, the average height in Guatemala is 5'2", and I'm I don't know how to say this, a giant white dude. I'm 6'2" and white, so I stand the fuck out here. People, those are the old ladies walking by me. They're just like, it's fucking hilarious. But I can't tell you how friendly and welcoming the people are here. Like, even when I become fluent in Spanish and maybe a third language, I probably, even being fluent in 3 languages, I probably won't be able to find the words to express just how welcoming and just how kind the people here really are. When I showed up here, I'll tell you what my biggest fear was before I got here, was that I was going to get out of the Uber, I was going to be looking for which building my Airbnb was, I wasn't going to be able to find it, and I was going to be a confused tourist walking around with a backpack on and a suitcase. And that is exactly what ended up happening. But I was able to ask people for help, and there was a good opportunity right there to practice my Spanish. I needed it. But I was able to find the building that I was looking for, and then I talked to the guy. His English was as good as my Spanish, which is an interesting experience because we'll just kind of switch what language we're speaking as we talk. No, but I mean, even just the couple that I sat next to on the flight over here, it's been just insane. And if I keep going on about how welcoming they are without giving examples, I'm just going to keep rambling about the same thing. So maybe I should talk a little bit more about what the city's like, or what it's like being here. Anyways, I have a lot more to explore. I haven't gone far outside of Zone 4 yet, and I want to. I want to check out at least 2 other zones today, for sure. So I'm definitely going to continue exploring today, and after I do, we'll continue to make more content. I really want to go get a haircut, specifically, you know, timed out needing a haircut when I came here, because look, if you have known 2 Guatemalans in your life, you have seen 2 good haircuts in your life at least. Like, Guatemalans take haircuts very seriously. That's the thing that I've always noticed about them. They know how to cut some fucking hair. Like, it's a really, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is about Guatemalans and haircuts, but they are really fucking good at it. So, yeah, I'm excited to go get myself one. Oh, look, a stray dog. You see them in Guatemala. Okay, so now there's that guy behind him, so it almost looks like it's his. Yeah, no, that's just a dog that was walking around by itself, going into that building or whatever. Yeah, it's a fair amount of stray dogs here. I had this moment this morning where I was sitting down eating some sliced cantaloupe that I got for like a fucking couple cents. It was a great deal on a cantaloupe. Anyway, I'm sitting there eating my cantaloupe, which apparently is my breakfast today, and a stray dog just like walks kind of like up to me. He just had a like friendly face, and I didn't pet it like full on, but I caught myself like reached out like pet it with that side of my hand, and then I just realized that I'm petting a stray dog in a third world country. I'm not that smart. I shouldn't do this, you know? Like, also, you don't know what you could do to trigger a dog. A lot of people don't know, but if you are petting a dog and you don't know that dog, even if you do know the dog, you shouldn't pet dogs like this. You should always try to pet them below here, because dogs will flinch whenever you put your hand up like this. Try it with your own dog. Just go do this. Your dog will always you always want to pet a dog from down here. So you never know what kind of thing you could do to just accidentally just, you know, trigger a dog, make it think you're an enemy or something. You don't know what those dogs have seen or been through. So that was hopefully that's the dumbest thing that I do here, is pet a stray dog. But I did it and I'm okay, so no regrets. So anyway, gonna get back to the exploring. As soon as I get my weed. I want to go get my haircut right now, but my weed guy's on the way, and I feel like if I go right now to get my haircut, I'm going to still be gone when he gets here. I just feel like you shouldn't piss off dealers in Guatemala. Don't piss off your dealer anywhere, but you know what I mean? Like, courtesy is a thing. So, yeah, I'll finally have, you know, poquito mota. Quiero fumar poquito, solo poquito, no mucho. I'm a liar, you know, and these days, I'll be smoking like crazy, you guys know me, fuck it. This place is amazing though, I just gotta say. I probably look like I'm high right now. I haven't smoked weed in over 24 hours. This is just my natural face today. Just loving it here in this city, man. Imagine how I'll look when I am high. Yeah, so if you've ever considered coming out to Guatemala City, I will say, if you're afraid of ghetto areas, right? Like if you're somebody who is like, I don't know, different people have different levels of ghetto that they're willing to go to. Like I know a guy who won't go to certain neighborhoods that I want to go to because there's a food truck, but then he works on a street that his mom is afraid of him working on. So like, you know, you have to figure out different people's fear levels, where they come from and all of that. I would say, you know, if you're looking for a very touristy experience and you don't want to have any ghetto looking streets be part of what you experience, maybe walking the streets of Guatemala City isn't going to be for you, like straight up. I haven't seen all the zones. There are more luxurious zones that are more touristy, but as soon as you're like out on the streets, that's going to be a more authentic experience. But if you're the person who's looking for an authentic experience in the country that you're going to, then this city is going to be right for you. And if you aren't looking for problems and you have some street smarts, you're probably going to be okay. I'll play a clip of a little travel safety advice that I give about a decoy phone and a decoy wallet. In my right pocket, I'll have my real phone and my real wallet. In my left pocket, I have the decoy phone and the decoy wallet. Just a phone that doesn't work anymore, wallet with an old ID, 2 cards that don't work, and then just $2 with the words "Chinga tu puta madre gorda." So, if I do get robbed, they know how I feel about their mothers. Always take your decoy phone and your decoy wallet with you, so that if you get robbed, you can just hand over the fake shit and you still have your phone and you still have your money. You'll be all good. That's really important because, robberies do happen. Alright, so this is where I'm staying at in Zone 4. Now, this is a pretty, nice, fancy, hipster part of town. Definitely more tourist friendly than some other areas. So, if you're that kind of tourist that doesn't want to go anywhere that might be a little bit sketchy, you might just stay around Zone 4, stay around a couple of plazas. But yeah, Zone 4 is really safe. I wish I could get better footage of the hood, but I don't want to be standing around with a camera recording as a giant white dude in the hood in Guatemala. So I'm trying to think about how I could do that, but I don't know, man. This about a bit, bro. I'm out here in Guatemala. Just found weed, finally. And I don't have any papers. And all the fucking fruit vendors decided to go in, so I can't even find an apple to smoke out of. And while I'm looking for one, it just starts raining like crazy. So now I'm under this fucking thing till it just stops raining. But I got weed, so I'm happy.